All right, first of all, I need to preface this by saying this is not a restaurant dish. This is when you come back to the camp. You may or may not have been out, had a couple of drinks, and you're hungry. You want something to eat. And we try to talk a lot about, fish goes with a lot of different things. Don't get all wrapped up into, just one little way. It's very versatile. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm coming home late at night and I'm looking and seeing what I've got in my kitchen. I got bacon. That's a good place to start. I'm gonna run, and I like to cook bacon in the oven, especially if I've got something else going on. I don't really have to worry about it that much. I'm just gonna pop that bacon in the oven. I've preheated a cast iron pan in that oven, put it on a little bit of heat. And the longest thing I've got to cook here, remember I always say that have everything else finished and almost on the table before you put the fish in the pan. So the fish is going to be the last thing I'm going to cook. The next thing I'm going to cook is going to be a roasty potato, which is kind of like a fancy hash brown. I'm going to grate this, season it a little bit in the bowl, and then go right in our pan with it. I'm going to add a little bit of this Paul Prudhomme seasoning in here. I'm going to mix that together, and I'm going to go right in my hot butter and oil. Going to add a little bit of butter on top. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the oven too, with my bacon, which, as you can see, has already started to cook pretty well. I'm going to season my sheephead and speckled trout fillets with a little bit of salt and a little bit of this Cajun seasoning. And dust them very, very lightly in flour. Okay, our butter is foaming, pan's good and hot, and we're going to cook trout and sheephead both at the same time. Even though I really think sheephead might take a second longer to cook. We'll take a look at it when we take it out. And I'm going to set that over here to drain. Now we can finish them on top of the stove. And the last thing, of course, is going to be our eggs. I've also got something over here that I didn't really talk about yet. I've got some roasted hot peppers and some poblano peppers. All right, and I have no idea what to call this dish, but it's roasty potatoes, bacon, sauteed speckled trout, sheep's head with fried eggs and roast chilies. Not from GW Fins, but from your camp at 2 a.m.
GW Fins has dinner items so fresh they print a new menu daily. Give them a call and tell them CT said to give you the best seat in the house.